hang on a minute. Yesterday, I finished reading the final report of the January 6th committee. It took me a little while, partly because most of the things in there are things that I already knew either from the televised hearings of the committee or from some of the media coverage surrounding those hearings. Still, it's nice to have all that information in one large document. And in general, I'd like to commend the committee for the very fine work they did in broadening the public understanding of the events surrounding January 6th. However, there's one thing that I knew and that was widely reported around the hearings, and that is the missing text messages from the phones of people working for both the Secret Service and the Department of Defense. And those text messages were sent on and around January 6th, and they came to light in the immediate aftermath of the testimony of Cassidy Hutchinson in the televised hearing last summer, in which she detailed the disagreement, let's say, between then President Trump and his Secret Service detail around his desire to actually go to the Capitol with the protesters. This disturbs me on a couple of levels. On one hand, I should say I can understand that there's no evidence at all that anybody in the Secret Service or at the Pentagon took part in any of the lies around the election or the assault on the Capitol itself. However, the deletion of these text messages is just an egregious breach of protocol and an affront to the accountability that members of the committee constantly told us they were trying to achieve. And I think anybody could be forgiven if they believed that people on the committee were hesitant to go toe to toe with the security services, especially since there have been many reports about disagreements among the members of the committee and their staff about what to include and not to include in the final report. Also, the Republicans in the new House majority are constantly telling us that their new committee investigating the weaponization of the federal government is based in part upon whistleblowers inside the FBI. And my personal opinion is that accountability should mean accountability for everybody. Perhaps you agree with that, perhaps you don't. Regardless, I do thank you for your kind attention.